You got some fire that you can show the people?
Well, nah, because of my computer. I ain't got my yeah.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good, yo.
I'll find the right way. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Oh, you know it's possible. It's possible.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Player Circle. I'm your host, Joe Supreme. Here with me today is the superstar, man. Literally, dog. My man, Dior, producer. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. Appreciate you for locking me in, bro. Having me on this.
Hey, appreciate you coming in, man. I honestly know how busy you are. You know what I'm saying? Bro even got to go somewhere today, so we're going to keep this story sweet, man. So just to start things off, man, where are you from?
I was born in Dallas and moved to Atlanta. My mom was visiting in the area to see family. She was living in Atlanta at the time. So I was born in Dallas, moved right back to Atlanta. So really, Texas and Atlanta is just home to me, really. So that's really where I came up at.
I feel you. So it's kind of dope, too, because I feel like most people, especially in our lane, they try to get to Atlanta like at our age, but you was already in Atlanta. Do you think Atlanta kind of like influenced your music or wanting to make music?
Nah, for sure. Atlanta definitely did. Definitely Texas too, because I was always back and forth. Even when we moved back to Texas, I was living out in Dallas and San Antonio. I was all around Texas. So really just Texas and then Atlanta, really just Southern music in general just really like sparked everything going on. But I took it all from like West Coast to New York because my mom's from New York. My dad's from Cali and shit, so I got everything. You feel me? I fuck with everything.
What part of New York is your mom from?
She from the South Bronx.
Oh, word? That's tough.
Yeah.
My brother's actually from the Bronx, so that's hard, man. That's super
Word,
hard.
okay. For sure.
So being in all these different places, what do you think inspired you the most? Do you think you being on the East Coast inspired you the most? Do you think you being on the West Coast? Because I know you said you drew inspiration from everything, but what do you think really kind of like inspired you the most?
Inspired me to start making music, or inspired like the way I make my.
Well, really the way you make your, to be honest.
Really, probably like Southern. That's like. Southern music in general is really what paved the way for a lot of the shit I did. I just started making beats, just started making them because I used to want to rap, so I was just making them for me. But then I was like, I started listening to certain things, and I started with YoungBoy real heavy, and I was like, I started tapping into like the Pain music and just kind of like running through all that. And y'all could go back and I listen to like some from Outkast. Or, you know what I'm saying, like T.I. or some and I'm just bumping that. And then I hear some Texas where I'm really with. So it's really like Southern really made everything that I was doing. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. That's pretty dope too, bro, honestly.
Yeah.
So when it comes to other producers, do you draw inspiration from any other producers, or is it just like you just love it, so you just do it?
Nah, yeah, for sure. Because I kind of see it like, you gotta be able to go with what's going on at the time, like be able to put yourself in these, like be able to change lanes, you know what I'm saying? You can't always just you can stick to what you do and like make your own sound, but so I just kind of see what the industry is doing and what kind of music that people are rocking with at the time. And I, kind of replicate it, but make it my own. So I have to kind of like get that inspiration from other producers. I can get inspiration from producers that don't produce no more, from producers that are doing their thing now, you feel me, that I might try to reach out with and collab with. So I get inspiration from everywhere, you know what I'm saying?
That's super dope, bro. That's super dope. you actually talked about something that I want to touch up on a little bit too. You were talking about being in a lane as far as like making pain music. As a producer, just advice to upcoming producers, do you think it's smarter to stay in a lane, or do you think it's better to just work on everything and just be as versatile as you could possibly be?
Um, bro, I'll probably say at the beginning, it's good to around with really everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to do all that you can do, because you start to learn what it is that you like and what you're really good at, and the things that you really, the type of music that you love to make. And once you find that niche and that little genre that of hip hop or whatever type of production you're doing that you really rock with, then you just go head first into it and just really, really learn it. Because once you really learn just that style and that aspect of what you want to learn, you can go and transition it into any other type, because you've learned the theory, the music theory, you've learned the, you know what I'm saying, the sounds and everything. And you can go listen to that type of music and be like, okay, I hear this sound, because you know how to do it with other music. So you're just like creating the repetitions and creating the practice to be able to start like grabbing other lanes. That's why you got so many people that'll go around and start messing with one type. They mess around and they working with Future, and then they get so good and they get so tapped in that they might get a connection with like Katy Perry, and they start making stuff like that, like on some Jetson Made type of junk. Because Jetson started working with the baby, now he working with everybody, you know what I mean? Because he was able to like tap into the other. So that's how I did it. You know, a lot of people, they can get it as a different type of way, but I would say it's good to boom, mess around with everything, find what you like, keep doing it, and then be able to like go out and tap back into other things. You feel me?
That's actually really good advice too, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you something that I know everybody on the show wants to know. When and how did you get your first placement? Because I tell you one thing, as a producer, that I know it's pretty easy to get traction once you've already got yourself established and people know who you are. Being somebody who nobody's ever heard of and just knowing that your stuff is fire, how did you not only talk to these people, but actually do business with them?
Well, I had, with my first placement, I would say my first placement was with an artist named BBG Baby Joe, and he's in Young Boys Camp. That was my first ever, like, just anybody really that had some type of name get on something that I was doing. In the way that happened, and the way I was able to maneuver and start making my way to like Young Boy and Cap and Rich the Kid was collabing. And at first, I was just doing everything. I was doing everything on my own. I was making all my melodies on my own, all my drums on my own, just doing everything on my own, and posting it onto YouTube. And then I started getting those beats too, and I would post them on my Instagram. So my Instagram at first looked like a photo of, I think, my logo or whatever. And then it had just my beats just boom, boom, boom going up. And I got hit up by another producer named India, and she started rocking with me. She started doing a lot of collabs with me, and we just started tapping in a lot. She ended up, and just by working with her, I started being able to tap in with a whole bunch of other producers, because they saw like, oh, India rocks with him. That's what's up. You feel what I'm saying? We can, let me see what he's talking about. So then you got other producers start clicking up with you. Those producers already have placements and stuff. Like India, she had already got a Young Boy placement of the song Survivor. And that was, I think that was her first one with him. And she had already had that, and I was just tapping in with her because one, I rock with the song, and I rock with how she did her. So she hit me up. I was like, man, what? I was just excited off of that. You feel me? Just from that, because I was like, people are starting to rock with me. So really, my first thing was just getting other producers to rock with me, and what I did, and then from there, boom, you got that connection, and I just got a call. Or no, matter of fact, the first Young Boy one was with India. It's Talk My. She had I was just out in Dallas one day, just chilling. And I was in the car, just doing my thing, like really not thinking about shit, just, working. Just sent the collab out probably like 2 months ago, bro. And then the song comes out. And I'm listening, so I'm like, this hoe is hard. Didn't even know it was my shit. Like, I didn't even know that was my song. I just listening to it. I was like, this hoe hard, and I put it away. Then my Instagram just started blowing up. Right. And I was like, what the f-? I just started getting all types of follows and DMs and shit, bro. I had no idea. And India hit me and she was like, congrats on your first Young Boy shit. I was like, what? Went back, ran it back, and I was like, that's my and from there, you feel me, that's how it went up. But yeah, bro, I didn't even know that was me, bro, for real.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So just to sum it up for everybody, you would say one of the biggest keys that people overlook is possibly just collabing with other people.
Yeah, for sure. You got, like, when you're a producer, you got to collab, bro. Like, you got to collab. Just to kind of like network. You could be a producer, for instance, like Tay. A lot of his songs he do are solo, but at first they were collabs though. You feel me? Like, he was getting a lot of collabs, and now he's, getting a lot of shit with Youngboy on his dolo. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So collabing is very, very important. If you really want to get your name out there, it's very important if you're not working with an artist that you feel as if it's going to blow up soon. You feel what I'm saying?
No, that's actually a real big key, because I feel like a lot of people, they kind of skip that step and they want to go just straight to the big time, and they try to DM somebody or they try to email somebody, and it's like, bro, you don't want to go that route, man. Getting blocked or anything like that is not a good feeling. So
yeah, for real. Yeah, and sending, like, you don't want to, like, say you get the impression, you don't want to just send like some whack first, and then that's your first impression is everything, bro. If you send some whack, it's probably over with if they don't give you a second chance. You feel me? But like, yeah, you can if you just do the collab, just do the networking, do the work, it's gonna help you so much later in the long run, because that's gonna help you a lot. You feel me?
No, for sure. So, in your opinion, what do you think is the best way to going about a collab with a producer? Like, maybe you have a producer that you want to collab with, but you don't really know him like that. What's the best way to go about it? Should you shoot him a DM? Should you email him? Like,
yeah, shooting them a DM is gonna be the best thing, and like, it's straight up being straight, like, honest. If they either gonna respond or they not going to, and they might say, send me the lab. They send it, you might never get no response. That could either mean it leaves it up in the air. That could mean that they did it, they just didn't send it back. They didn't like it, so they just didn't do it. But you just got to continue to send. You don't want to be like annoying and just keep hitting. You don't want to keep DMing them. I think it's okay to keep sending labs. Like, somebody could keep sending me a lab, keep sending me labs, loops. And then at some point I might open it. You feel what I'm saying? But at least they not DMing me. You don't want to like DMs. You don't want to DM them. They like, oh yeah, send it through. You send it through and they don't hit you back. And you don't want to be like, hey bro, did you do that hoe yet? Hey bro, did you do that hoe yet? Like, it's you feel me? It's no good. You just want to say they either did it or they don't. And am I going to continue to keep sending, or am I not going to continue to keep sending? Now, it's really good to get cool. Oh snap, my bad.
You good.
It's really good to get cool with these producers and be like, really get that relationship. Because when you can get that relationship, then it's real green. Then you get a new friend, you feel me? And you have a new friend that has the same like-minded as you, that's trying to keep working and getting shit going. And you need millions of those, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So you want to to sum it up, you really want to just shoot them a DM, try to build that relationship with them. And if they don't respond, they don't respond. You feel what I'm saying? And you just keep it pushing, keep going to the next person, keep trying to build those relationships. So just shoot them a DM and just be you. Be cool. You got to be you. You feel me? Just don't be no different. Just be you. Type.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Joe Supreme. Quick little PSA. Just wanted to say thank you guys so much for supporting the show. If you guys haven't been supporting the show and you'd like to support the show, you can do so by liking, subscribing, and just passing it around. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. Just sending it to your friends, putting it on your story. Anything helps. If you would also like to support the show in other ways, you can hit the Cash App right here to help us not only get more props, but just do bigger things, you know what I'm saying? Go bigger, just have everything just grow, you know what I'm saying? So, again, hit the Cash App right here. Thank you guys so much for watching Player Circle, the show. Back to the show. Facts. So you actually said something that I feel like is really key. How important is it for you to have people around you that are like-minded or trying to accomplish the same goals as you? Like, as a producer, how important is that?
I'll say it's somewhat important, because at first you might be in that hell by yourself. Like, you might be in the room by yourself trying to make things happen, and you might be in an area where you might be in Massachusetts, like, where you don't have nobody that's like trying to be a producer. You the only, so you can only do so much. But it's important to have just like-minded individuals in the case that they want success as well. People that are also trying to elevate, because you have too many that are not doing nothing around you. You're gonna start falling into that type of, you know what I'm saying, mindset. Like, there's plenty of sayings of people saying, like, having certain types of crowds around you can f you up, basically. And that's very true, bro. You have too many people around you that are smoking all day, or too many people around you that are just doing nothing all day. You can fall into that if you don't have the right mind, you know what I'm saying? And you just gotta want shit bad enough to be like, hey, like, I rock with you, everything good. You don't even gotta say this to them, but you can just have it mentally. Like, I rock with this person, but I just need to distance myself for now while I'm trying to get my come up. You feel me? Like, there's plenty of times where I was in my apartment with 4 other people, and they'd be doing something, and I'm like, and they'll tell you, they'll be doing something, and I'll just be like, hey, man, not right now. I got to go cook up because I'm doing this, that, and the third. They'll tell you straight up. You feel me? So that's just, it's important to have people around you like that, but it's not detrimental. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, so you were talking about just like going about getting in placements and stuff and just collabing with producers. For someone who, because I'm not going to lie to you, bro, a lot of people in this world, they're awkward, man. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to even send a DM properly, because somebody may just say, like, hey, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when you're a producer, what's the best way to hit up a producer and make sure that it's not, like, too much, but it's also not, like, weird at the same time, you know what I'm saying? To make sure it's like, okay, he's clearly trying to work. I'm gonna mess with him, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Really, bro, it's as simple as just being like, if you're trying to send the labs, then you just hit them and be like, yo, I got loops. Really like this. This is probably how I structure my shit. Yo, I'm trying to send some, send your email if you know what I'm saying, send your email when you're free. Or like, what's up, bro? I really with your I got some loops for you. That's like perfect. Hey, bro, I really with your I got some loops for you if you're trying to rock, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to rock with them. Send your email. You feel what I'm saying? And they either gonna send that hoe or they not. And if you're trying to get somebody to send something to you, this is more like later, or this is what like more when you're talking to loop makers, you'd be like, hey, bro, I really with your send me some loops. You feel me? So we can get some cracking with it. Let's do some. And it's like really simple as that. Like, it's just like as if you was talking to your homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to see it like that. Like, and if you're just kind of like more of a socially awkward person, it's good that you're doing that on the internet and you're not doing it face to face. Because you feel me? Hey, bro, I rock with you, and they'll send that, or they don't. You feel me? No. So that's facts.
Nah, for you, I definitely feel you for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the best advice you could give to someone who wants to get better at music, but they don't really know? Well, first of all, what does your routine look like on a daily basis when it comes to cooking up? Do you always start off working on melodies? Do you start off working on drums? Because I know everybody's different with their production. So what does your daily routine look like?
Well, I'll tell you like this. At the beginning, it was more like, at the beginning, it was like, wake up, get up, get to making melodies. Like, it would be days where I only made melodies, where I was just making melodies because I was trying to send them out. Because I knew at the time I couldn't send out no full beats because I didn't have no connections. I had nobody to send the beats to, and I didn't have the status to get people to send me loops yet. You feel me? Unless there were people of my same, like we were at the same level and we were collabing like that. If I was trying to get with bigger producers, then I would have to send some. So there'd be days, bro, where I get up, I just be making melodies the whole day. Like literally didn't make no full beat the whole day. I just made melodies. But now with things going on and me being able to having my own leverage and be able to do now, bro, like it's been a minute since I really made my own melodies because I have so many producers in my email that are sending me loops all the time. And when you can go and like put your sound with another person's sound and create something just completely different, it really like you can really go far and go crazy. A lot of these people, like a lot of these songs you hear are not one person beats. You feel me? Like a lot of them. Sometimes, bro, there'll be 4 or 5 people on just one beat and they just doing it. So at that point, it's not even for the bread, it's for the music at that point. You feel me? So it's like, now when I'm cooking up, when I get up and I'm starting to work, when I get to my working, it's I'm going through my email and I'm starting to look for what I like. And I have those people who send me stuff often that I work with often where I'm like, oh, I'm looking out for this person's email, I'm looking out for this person's email, and they'll have hella loops in a Dropbox. So I'm just going through theirs. I'll go through a few of theirs, then I go to the next person. A few of theirs, go to the next person. And then I'll make my way back around to the ones that I didn't get to from the people that I be rocking with, and then I'll go through. You feel what I'm saying? So now a lot of the time I'm just going through loops, making shit. It's been a minute since I made my own melodies. I've just been collabing.
That's hard, man. That's hard. It must be a nice feeling too to just always just have like fire melodies on deck too. Like you don't have to stress about none of that.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Because at first, bro, you know how it is making start to finish scratch, bro. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like start to finish scratch, it can take a minute. Right. Especially if you're doing like pain stuff when you playing keys. Bro, I'll have beats where I play keys, guitar, Rhodes. I'm playing every single instrument, and then right after that, I'm going in and doing drums. It's like, dang, you feel me? So it takes a lot of like stress off, but it's still good to make sure you're getting in there and doing more, doing your own melody work. I actually plan on going back and revisiting keys and getting myself back right on keys because it's been a little while since I was playing. So I just want to freshen back up and really do my own again. So soon enough, I'm gonna be getting back on that. No,
I definitely feel that. You said a whole bunch of stuff, dog, that I just felt like was gems for real. Because I feel like people don't really understand, like, because one thing that people, even me, when I was younger, I used to look at Kanye like, oh my goodness, Kanye is Kanye. But I didn't realize, all right, it's so many people on the credits. It's not just Kanye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's one thing people really have to get. They really have to get out of this mentality thinking that, oh, I'm going to just do this by myself. I'm going to just build by myself. I'm going to just grow by myself. Like, it's not like that, bro. Like, everybody, if you really want to make it in this life, everybody's got to eat. You feel me? And it's just like the fact that you're actually saying that, I feel like, because especially with artists, bro, you probably could even say this yourself, artists, producers, a lot of people will be selfish 90% of the time. And you're like, all right, you can keep doing that, but that's not going to get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, exactly.
That's crazy, man, honestly. So say you're coming up, you finally feel like you got your sound together, like you're ready to really start getting placements, but you really know, like, all right, you don't have anybody to collab with. You can't really, not really trying to DM people. And they say the best way to really like make it is to grow with somebody. Do you know is there any like platforms where you could go to find these new upcoming artists that producers may not know about?
No, I wouldn't say that I know any platforms. What I would say would be the best thing to do is to leverage social media, bro, and just go on social media, find artists, the ones that you can tap in with. So you may not be able to get the person with 100K, but you may be able to get the person with 25, 50K. And these people are already showing that they buzz. Got people like with 25, 50K that are like starting to come up and get their shit right. And you listen, you and that, oh, I with that. And then you can hit them because their message is not going to be as flooded as a that's got 100. Really, you can get somebody that's really only got 100K because in grand scheme of things, it's not that much. It's when you start getting like 400 up, you feel me, where it's like, they might not see this, it depending on who you are, you know what I'm saying? If you're an upcoming producer trying to get with an upcoming artist, you can find the ones that are got like 20 to 50 on IG and just DM them and then just keep going through the ones until you find the one that you know what I'm saying, rock with, and y'all just keep doing your thing and come up, you feel me? No. That's how I was trying to go about it at one point.
No, for sure. That's hard for sure. Yeah. So as a producer, one thing that like several producers have told me, like some of the OGs, they've always told me like, Joe, if you want to get paid, you got to make sure you're getting paid. You got to make sure everything is right on your end because nobody is going to look out for you. Based on everything that you've dealt with and all your business inquiries that you've had, have people been doing good business, or has it been one of those things where you've really had to go back and track your royalties down?
Man, for the most part, I've been having good business because of the people that I talked to beforehand, right? So like the other producers that I tapped in with, since a lot of what I did were collabs, I was able to, it's not only me having to deal with it, it's the other producers, so we can kind of tag team it and take care of it. So in regards to like industry, it's very important that you have a lawyer, one, that you're gonna have to break off, that you're gonna have to break bread with. You have them look over the contracts and see everything, because they're gonna be the ones that are really gonna track down the person at the label and get your bread, because you don't know who to call whenever these ain't answering the phone. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I gotta call your lawyer and have them start making plays, start figuring it out. You want to get you a good lawyer, because some lawyers could take a while. I have a lawyer now that she didn't realize the amount that was supposed to be getting paid for the beat, and she was taking her time, but I had to stress to her, like, no, this is the amount that I'm supposed to be getting. And now she's starting to she picked the pace up. I was able to get the beat the bread within 2 days. Mind you, the producer got paid like a month or two in front of me. There's a lot of this industry shit, bro, where like, you just gotta really stay on top. You gotta know, you make sure you learn just the basics of the music industry stuff when it comes to that, and so you don't just get over. And then you make sure you got your tag in there. These are required, and you just gotta make sure you're on top of your, and that's really just it.
No, for sure. Do you feel like, does it ever like taint your relationship with the artist whenever like money gets kind of weird and lawyers have to step in, or is that more of like a label thing? Because I know some people they'll just be like, hey, let's do the song and I'll have my lawyer call your lawyer, and they don't have nothing to do with you getting paid or nothing. It's literally all the label. So do you think it taints your relationship with the artist or not really?
It depends, because if you're just like posted in the studio with the artist and then out of nowhere you like, oh, by the way, so while y'all trying to create this shit, you're like, so how we gonna get this money? It's how you approach it. You feel me? Like, you can't just be on no weird shit. It might have to be a time after you hit them up. But most of the time, for me, it's just lawyer to the label. You feel me? I tell my lawyer this is what it is, label what it is. Like with Cap, I just send beats to Cap. Text him. Boom. Send them to him. He might hit me with the fire emoji. He might hit me with the like. He might not say nothing at all. With Pain Show, he didn't say nothing at all. Then he just he posted something on his story, and I was just waiting. Song dropped. Waited. Maybe probably about 2 weeks. Boom. Song was the lawyer, or his person just hit me up in email. Hit me in the loop maker up on the email, and we was green. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes, and me and him are cool, you feel me? Since he went to jail and everything, we still were good, you know what I'm saying? I think it becomes a problem closer to like when it's just you and an artist you're trying to come up with. But that's when you got to be transparent as possible with that artist. Be like, hey, bro, this is, you know, if you want to just come up with them where he don't have to pay, that's on you. But you got to let it be known, because say you have a song, you get a beat with him, you gave him the beat, it blows up, right? Now you what to him now and be like, hey, bro, da, 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 da. These are conversations you got to have beforehand. You know what I'm saying? So it's just good. If you want to keep those relationships all solid, have those conversations before situations happen. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Joe Supreme. Quick little PSA. Just wanted to say thank you guys so much for supporting the show. If you guys haven't been supporting the show and you'd like to support the show, you can do so by liking, subscribing, and just passing it around. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. Just sending it to your friends, putting it on your story. Anything helps. If you would also like to support the show in other ways, you can hit the Cash App right here to help us not only get more props, but just do bigger things. You know what I'm saying? Go bigger. Just have everything just grow. You know what I'm saying? So, again, hit the Cash App right here. Thank you guys so much for watching Player Circle, the show. Back to the show.
For sure. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really crazy because it's just like, I feel like there's just so many, like, even with that situation with No Cap, like, you waiting the 2 weeks, like, you could have jumped the gun and been like, hey, bro, like, what's up? And then he would have been like, hey, like, chill. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I feel like that's really tough, bro. Even just being in the room with somebody, like, because, you know, it is weird to be like, hey, by the way, so I'm getting paid for this, right? But at the same time, it's like, if you don't do that, they're going, like, people try to walk over you as a producer, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. Do you experience that as well, or is it like one of those things where people respect you and it's all good?
Both, like, and it, like, with rings on, that I didn't get paid for that beat, bro. Like maybe 5 months after the shit with my lawyer on it. They were just taking long as fuck. Thing is, all the other producers on that album got paid. They all got paid. Me and the other co-producer did not get paid, bro. Like, we were just trying to figure it out. And so in that case, they was trying to just like get over on us. But since they had paid everybody out, we were able to like say, no, we need this much. So you got to give us this much because the song's already out. You feel me? Like, you have to give us this much now. So we got what we wanted, but it came with time. And with this music, all this takes time. If you're dealing with an industry level, you feel what I'm saying? It takes time. So you have to just be aware. But you don't want, like, when time keeps going on, you're not hearing no updates. You got to start, you know what I'm saying, asking some questions. You feel me? Like, you got to asking what the deal is, you know?
No, I feel you. I definitely feel you. That's really unfortunate too, honestly, because it's just like, the thing that's so weird to me about labels is like, y'all make so much money already. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just being greedy at this point, trying to like wait months, like 5
You don't nothing. Yeah, don't say like, oh, if you don't hit me up, then we just gonna keep moving forward. We just gonna keep forward. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Well, I'm glad that you handling your stuff and you've been, you know, staying on top of that stuff and getting what you deserve, honestly, because that's not even right, honestly. Like,
yeah. It's going. Yeah, you got to make it because these industry is very grimy. So you got to just be on it. You just got to be, you know, with the same energy. Like, you got to be on your.
Well, I'm already knowing, man. I'm already knowing. So, for someone who may not have a lawyer and say they're going the come up route where they're coming up with somebody, what's the best way for them to really like cover themselves? Because, you know, it's very possible, like anything. One thing about this industry, and I know you know this, any song could blow, bro. Any song. So it's like, if you don't necessarily have a lawyer, what's the best way to making sure that you really are covering yourself so if the song does blow up, you can still get paid from it?
You're probably in like with the best case is you're at that point you're probably just gonna have to like really talk to the artist about it if you're well connected with the artist like that. If you're not connected with the artist like that, go get that lawyer because it's not hard to get that lawyer. You just go on. You can go. I found my lawyer on Instagram through a referral. You type so you can find Joe. You can find you a good lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really nothing. And then it's not like with lawyers. what I thought I had to go pay the up front. You feel me? I don't even got to pay them up front. They just take it off the back end. So they already doing the work. You feel me? Like, it's not like I even had to do anything. So I had to pay no bread off the top. They just took it off of what I was supposed to get paid. So if that's the case, then yeah. But and like I said, any other case, bro, if the song blows up, you talk to the artist like, hey, bro, what we about to do about this? If they're tripping, lawyer. The easy answer, lawyer. If they not, then y'all figure it out and y'all do it yourselves. But if they tripping, bro, lawyer, quick. For real.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, cause bro, people be so grimy, dog. Like so grimy. Like it. I know there's been so many examples where a song blew up and it was all good, and then the minute the dude asked like, "Hey, can I get some off that?" It's like,
What's up?
Yeah, like nah.
Yeah, now they start trying to be like, oh yeah, bro, and they stop answering and shit. Like, no good, bro.
Man, that's super whack, bro. That's super
Yeah.
whack. So, what's it like being in the room with people? Do you ever like get a chance to actually be in the room with these people, or is it mostly just like a remote thing?
Man, so far everything that I've done has been remote. Every single thing that I've done has been remote. Like, there's only thing that's been happening is like talking through it. Like, we say, oh yeah, we gonna link up when I was out in LA. Oh yeah, we gonna link up whenever I get out there. Never made it out there. Now he in the cell. You feel me? Like like that, and it's just be tough. But getting in the room is very, very important. What I've heard. So what I've heard is very, very important. And I'm trying to get in there and I'm making my way. As soon as I'm in the room, I'll know for sure. But for now, like, I've been in studios and I've been with artists that, like, you feel me, that are coming up. But it's very important to be in that room, though. And I could already tell just by having a relationship with an artist is very important. So if you're in a room and you could really dap this up, be cool, snap a flick, everything good, then it's very important because you create that vibe with the artist too. You know what I'm saying?
Man, bro, like I have to give you your flowers real quick, bro, because I don't think you realize how impressive or hard that is to really like have not only have one song but several songs with the same artist and not even be in the room with them once.
Yeah.
But, bro, like that's been my biggest so I've been getting mentored by a bunch of people, and one of the biggest things they tell me is like, yo, get in the room. So the fact that you've been able to do it all remote, bro, that's super tough. And I'm not even gonna lie, the minute you get in the room, you about to go even crazier, bro.
Bro, I got to. Like, I have no other choice. So, like, I got no choice, bro.
I feel that, man.
For real.
Yo, so for everybody out there that's really trying to do it, you know, there's levels to it, obviously. There's certain people that are going to go crazy with it. There are certain people that are always going to stay underground. But what is the blueprint you could give to because anybody could get money with producing, like literally, like it's like I said, it's levels to it. You either can pay your bills with it or you can't. So in your opinion, what is the blueprint for producers to getting to the bag?
There's a lot of different ways, bro, and it'll be different for everybody. Like, you can, the cool thing about it is, like, it's not just getting placements. You can go on YouTube and run that up. Like, I know a guy out here in Houston, shout out True, he's doing where he just doing straight YouTube, where he's getting straight YouTube checks. You can run it up by teaching how to make beats on YouTube. There's so many ways that you can do it. Like, it's really, I'll say this, choose the way that you want to do it, work at it, and just get it that way. You feel me? Try other ways if you're open to trying other ways. If you're set on, like, I'm big on, like, you know, letting the universe know, like, boom, this is exactly what I want and going straight for that. But if you're open for other, you know, ways to do your shit, then you go and you try, like, doing it the YouTube way, doing it the industry way, and doing it the other way. You feel me? You just toss it up and just see what works. You feel what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people do. They want to be producers, but they just see what works. And then that's how they run it up and get their bread, bro.
No, for sure. So what is the best way to really stay consistent? Because as a producer, you don't want to consistently do the wrong thing. So how do you know what you're doing is the right thing. Because, you know, it's real easy to just be like, all right, it's real easy to do this, that, and the third. But if you don't even know which ones are working and which ones aren't, like, how do you make a decision based off of that?
It's so to touch on the consistency thing, you just it's all mental within, at that point. You feel what I'm saying? Like, being consistent is very, very mental at that point, and then developing like maybe a schedule that works for you, or you could just be fueled straight off of just like wanting it so bad. If you can do all three, wanting it so bad and fucking creating a schedule, you're set, and you could just be consistent at, you know what I'm saying? It like you can just keep doing your thing, because really it's just like trying to like stay motivated, because some motivation is a type of thing where it's like it's here and it's gone. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's inside, exactly, and you really got to find it within. You feel me? And then, but you can also grab it from other places, but you really gonna get it when you come from within. So you just kind of got to like find your way that keeps you motivated, and just attack, bro. Just do what you can do, and just kind of just piece by piece, and just stay prayed up, and that just kind of makes this stuff happen. Like, you really just got to say, like, this is what I want. Be very clear with what you want, and just go, bro. Do your thing, and it'll manifest for real. It's how the universe works. So.
That's super tough. So as a producer that works, I'm sure you work all the time. Do you ever get burned out, or is it one of those things where the motivation is so deep where it's like, nah, I don't care how tired I am, I gotta finish this?
Nah, yeah, definitely, bro. Like, definitely get burnt out, and there'll be times where I'll go maybe a few days where I just don't make anything at all. But I feel as if it's kind of like part of the plan. It's very important to make sure you're getting to it every single day. And I like to do things where I like to do like I just like to do a streak. Like, I like to see how long that I've been, and I'm like, oh, I'm on a 5-day streak where I'm just continuously cooking up, doing my thing. So it's important to like make sure that you're doing it every day, but it's okay if you get burnt out too. Like, don't beat yourself up when you are burnt out and you're just like, bro, I'm not trying to make. Don't use it as an excuse though to not make nothing. Don't be like, oh, I'm just burnt out right now. You feel me? You want to continue to try and make something and keep pushing every day, because the beat that you make whenever you burnt out could be the one that blows up. You know what I'm saying? So you want to keep going and keep working, but it is okay to be burnt out and just close the laptop, cut the computer off, and just sit back for maybe a day or two and watch what you make when you come back. If you really love it, watch what you make when you come back, because that's gonna be crazy. I would do that all. Matter of fact, with Talk My, I probably was like 2 days I didn't make nothing. That day I made probably about 7 loops that day, just making them back to back to back to back, and sent that hoe out with the rest of them, and we was up. For real.
Bro, it's I feel like that's really good advice for people to hear, bro, because real talk, I feel like so many people feel like, oh, I got to do this every day. I got to make 10 beats a day. And it's like, everybody that's on, they don't do that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
but
the higher you get, the less you work, I feel like, in my opinion. So, that's really good advice, dog.
For real, bro.
So, I know you have like a whole bunch of stuff that you're working on, a whole bunch of stuff that you got going on, but what is your next move, and where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, my next move is patience, to be real. Like, patience. Like, I'm just being patient, keep my head down, and just working. So we just gonna see what comes up from just being patient and just staying connected, staying working. In regards to that, that's my next move. But in the next 5 years, though, bro, I really see myself. I'm 23 now. I see myself really like back wall plaqued up. There's a few things that I can get, but it's not what I want. Like it's like a number 10 spot on billboards. I can get that plaque and put it up, but I want the number 1 spot on billboards. You feel what I'm saying? I'm ready to go gold. I'm ready to go platinum, and that doesn't define you as a. Oh, that doesn't. My bad. That doesn't define you as a producer. It's just some accolades that I want, because I'll see somebody that might not that just started producing, has 1 placement, but they got Hard on Ice with Raw Wave, and now they got a whole plaque. It's just kind of how it goes. That's just what I want. So none of that stuff defines you as a producer, but I see this back wall in a whole different career, straight up plaqued up, running different entrepreneurial businesses. You feel me? Like in 5 years, there's a lot of things that should be taken off, and a lot of albums and a lot of placements that I want to get on. It's as well as running like a nice YouTube site, like a YouTube beat store, like doing like that. Shit, I might even see myself streaming around that time, streaming, making beats, streaming, doing other just doing, you feel me, everything. Like I want to tap into everything. So I think that's what my 5 years is looking like.
I definitely feel that, bro. I definitely feel that.
Yeah.
Well, dog, I mean, I can't thank you enough, bro. I feel like you really dropped a hell of gems for a lot of people, and I really feel like a lot of people are really going to be able to, like, take this and really do something with it. So thank you again for your time, man. I know you're a busy dude. You actually got to leave pretty soon. So thank you so much for joining the show. For everybody, definitely. This has been another episode of Players Circle, the show. I've been your host, Joe Supreme. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and make sure y'all go run this up, man. Go listen to Bro's music. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this thing going, man.
For sure.
God bless. We're going to see y'all soon, man.